Nipsey Hussle situation that has occurred. Honestly, the world has taken a very huge loss. Time and time again, every single day, every second, every minute, every hour, every single day, every week, every month, every year, every event, every situation, there is people who are being killed. Our kings and queens being held down, being held captive mentally, emotionally, socially, sexually, financially, every way that you can possibly think. There is a king and a queen being dehumanized, killed, killed. One of the strongest leaders. I just really don't understand why we aren't protecting people that we know for a fact have such a huge mindset, have so much valuable information. Why are we not protecting these people? You think Malcolm X and Martin Luther King and Tupac didn't need protection? You think they walked around by themselves? You think they walked around and were able to be within arm's length of everyone? No. No, you cannot be like that. You can't live like that. We live in a world where we have to protect those who are valuable, those who are living legends. That man was a living legend. He had so much knowledge and information. Knowledge is power. You walking around here with information that people don't want you to have. You're walking around here with knowledge that people don't want you to have, and you think that you're not a source of a threat to other people? And that's why it's super important that we protect one another. It's not to say that no, don't live life. It's not to say no, don't do this, don't do that. I'm saying protect that. We got to protect you. We got to lift you up and hold you in a high place. And also, the fact that they killed this man with his daughter just being there was just so ridiculous. Like, you had no respect for his family to even take him away in general. But then you just killed this man while his daughter was there. And what was it all about? Whether it was about the Dr. Sebi situation, or whether it was about a gang related situation, or whether it was about the fact of hatred and jealousy, whatever it is, it's like, wasn't even worth it. And the bigger picture is all of this you took away, and is basically trying to control our culture from being able to elevate. That's what I think it really is. Whether it was a within culture situation, or whether it was what they're discussing about Dr. Sebi and things, what you have to realize is, regardless of what it is, it was an attack on our culture. Whether it was in-house or out-house, it was an attack on our culture. People knew that we were about to elevate, and he was motivating people, impacting people's lives, and very influential. And because of him being very influential, it caused they had to control that power. And that's what I continue to talk about: the control of knowledge, the control of power. They try to make sure, people try to make sure that you don't get too far along, you don't be more successful, more powerful than them, especially with there not being a middleman with Nipsey Hussle. So he was automatically someone that a lot of people were jealous of. You not having a middleman, and he actually being independent. That's a big thing. Like, not having a contract is a huge thing. I just ask that everybody keep his family in their prayers, but let's not let there be another loss before we start to stick together and rub elbows and really network with one another and really lift each other up and empower each other. Let's not come together only when there's a death. Let's not let the world be changed only when there's a death. Let's not support one another only when there's a death. Let's not show up when only there's a death. Let's not take off of work only when there's a funeral. Let's take off of work for all the graduations and celebrations and banquets and barbecues and birthdays. Let's start actually uplifting one another and loving one another and caring about one another and showing it. Let's start supporting people regardless, like of what let's start killing all the negativity and drama and unnecessary intuits for no reason. Let's start really stop being distracted by all of the things that the world wants you to be distracted by, and actually focus on your purpose, and actually start to live your legacy like you're supposed to be, a living legend forever. Let's start protecting those who have these different platforms so that we can uplift them and they can start to influence and impact more people. And let's not let this him die in vain, but let it not be a lesson that we have to continuously stick together and uplift one another, literally. And so y'all have a decent day, and really just truly just stick together, empower one another, influence one another, impact one another in a positive way, motivate each other, things like that. Like, just stick together for real. It's crazy out here, and you have to be careful of who you have around you. And most definitely, we have to empower and secure our own. We have to protect one another. What are we going to do for our future, for our current people who are, like they said, Nick Cannon was supposed to be continuing the documentary, but what are we going to do to protect Nick Cannon? Nobody's protecting our living legends, and this is a problem. Nobody's protecting this information, this knowledge, this, like, we not thinking about how we can carry this out in a way to where nobody's hurt. We have to think better. We have to slow down and think about not making it our lives be a sacrifice in order for us to change or make change. Like, no. We got to figure this out. Y'all have a decent day. And like I said, just really think about how a lot of people are just waiting until somebody die, it seemed like, for us to come together or whatever, when it's plenty of time during the day. It's plenty of time before a death even occurs for us to come together, stick together, and make change be something of right now. So, like, just think about that. And we have to really protect one another. That is the biggest thing. Yeah, you might have the cure, you might have the formula, you might have whatever you need to have, but if we're not protecting one another, then what do you think is going to happen? This information is valuable. This is a huge, market. And anytime a black person has knowledge, we become a threat. Okay? So with that being said, with us knowing this information, with us being able to say, okay, we can break the chains of them trying to control our population, you think for 1 second that they're not going to be affected by this? I guess. Yeah, we got to think a little bit deeper on it.